Downsizing, Diva, and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my TLP. One day to one whole year, wiped away my fears. Done 60 counts, but that's no all. I kept on going even through the storms. My A1C went down. I still have work to do. Just when you thought I was done, my high blood pressure went down too. Feeling good, taking my tea, but anyway, one left. I have a great story to tell. I'm on the road to lose 100 pounds. Can I do it in 2025? Guess I can. Downsizing, Diva, and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my TLP. One day.
Hello, and welcome. Hello, welcome. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. How are you? How are you? So let's see who we have here in the chat. We have Felicia. Felicia was in here earlier. Hey, Felicia, how are you? Felicia Marie B. We have Lakeisha. She says, hi, Diva, and happy day. Happy Sunday. Sunday, that's so cute. All right, so I came in here and said, I was, my normal time is 2, but I decided to come on at 2:30 because I had something going on. It went a little bit over, but that's okay. I am here. So Mia, hello, Mia. How are you? We have Jen. She says, hey, ladies. We have Harjareen. How are you? We have Journey of Life. How are you? She's saying hi to everybody. Linda's Journey. How are you, Miss Linda? How are you? We have Bellflower. She says, happy Sunday. Oh, how are you? Oh, Tangi. How are you, Tangi? Happy Sunday. We have Z. How are you? We have, she says, hey, Diva, looking lovely today. Thank you. I'm feeling good. I'm hot. I'm getting a hot flash. Happy Sunday, Dee Dee and the Divalicious crew. I love that. Miss Nia, love it. So let me turn on my fan, turn up my fan. My fan is on, but I'm going to turn this baby up. Okay, I need my daughter's little personal fan. Jeez Louise. I'm hot. I'm having a hot flash, but I don't know if it's going to last or not. The Turtle Diaries. Hello. She says, good morning, Dee Dee and Diva fam. How are you? It's good to see everybody in here. I am on week 70. Can you believe I'm on week 70 of taking Mounjaro? And I am down. The last time I reported, I think I was down 72 pounds, 72. I think, I'm not even sure 100%, but I know what I'm down now. I can't remember last week, but we will see, because I always post, my week to week so we can see the difference in the two. So you guys know I am Mounjaro week 70, and my appetite has just been it's just gone. I can eat. I want to eat. Like, I'm pretty, ready to eat on this 12.5 milligrams, but I'm like an OMAD. Like, that one meal is all I really need, but that one meal, unfortunately, is not giving me the nutrients and all that I need. My protein goes, and I'm just not getting what I need in. So I am struggling with that eating. And I know a lot of people might think like, oh, when you don't eat, you lose a lot of weight. But sometimes when you don't eat, your body holds on to the weight. So it's no guarantee that, not eating correctly is going to bring that scale down. So I'm just worried about that, because I got to get my, I got to get my protein in there. That's like the scariest thing. LM Davis, hello. How are you? Welcome. All right. So that's a big thing that's been going on with me. Another thing, and I think the Turtle Diaries was on 12.5. Another thing that's going on with me is I have been going through fatigue with this 12.5. Like, it's up a notch more so than the other doses. And so I'm hoping it's not as bad as, this is my second dose of it. So it's not as bad as it was the dose before, like my first dose on 12.5. I mean, I was like, geez, Louise. And I don't know if you guys remember, I said my injection day is on a Wednesday. I was going to move it to Thursday. And the reason why I did not with that initial dose is because I really wanted to be able to truly compare how I was feeling on the 10 milligram dose to the 12.5. So now that I kind of have that, that comparison going on, now I don't want to switch because I'm taking Pilates on Wednesday and Friday, and I cannot imagine taking that injection Thursday night and going to Pilates class on Friday. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit sore. I'm feeling very fatigued. And so I don't know if I could handle a Pilates. Now, I could probably handle going to work, but I couldn't handle being involved in Pilates with all you have to do with that. Like my energies wouldn't be where it needs to be. You're still feeling hunger on 12.5. That's annoying. No, I'm not feeling hungry, but I'm feeling like I can eat, like to eat my one meal. Yeah. See, I've never had, like people say they can't eat, they haven't wanted to eat. I have had that after I've eaten something, right? So that's what I'm saying. One meal can just satisfy me all day if I let it. But I've still been drinking my protein drinks. I have a protein bar. I will drink that if I need to. I'm just, I'm getting that protein in. So, the other night was not hungry. I had eaten already like at 3:00, and I don't really eat past 7:30. Like I really try to stick to that. Just because I really feel like I need time for my food to digest. And then I kind of want to do like an intermittent fasting into my next day. So I don't really eat past 7:30. Well, I was not hungry. This is the day before yesterday. And I just made myself a taco salad without the chips or anything. I just had the turkey, ground beef. I had lettuce, tomatoes, onions on it, a little bit of cheese, and lettuce. And I ate that, and that was what I ate. So I got it in there. But geez, Louise, I could have, and I put a little bit of dressing on top of it. And I could have not eaten it, is what I'm saying. I could have just been fine with not eating at all. But I did have to make myself. And I think that's the difference with me on this medication. That's another reason why I'm going slow and steady, because I'm getting those calories in. I'm not one of those people that say, okay, well, this is helping me not eat, so I'm just going to take it. No, I've been trying to eat. And I think that's probably why when I went to that DEXA scan, I think that's why I didn't really lose muscle, because I'm still eating. I always love to say that. I am still eating. So I've just handled, my whole process a little bit different. And I think that's okay. But if you're one of those people who say, hey, I've been eating all my life, and this medication is taking my appetite and I'm not going to eat, I think that, if that's okay with you and your doctor, I think that's, the way you should handle it. But for me, I just want to, I just want to kind of have some control over what I'm doing. And I don't want to be like, I'm not eating, because if something happened and I couldn't be on this medication, I will blow up in a heartbeat, because I'm going to probably want to eat everything in sight. So I never wanted to really do that. So that's where I'm at with that, so those side effects, these side effects, that fatigue has been hitting hard. But I think what I could see happening is, and I feel it a little bit less this second dose. So when I get to my third dose and my fourth dose, I think it's going to be, I'm going to have those less and less, those side effects less and less. So it's just, I don't know. Like I say, this is trial and error for me. I know this, doing this and tweaking things as I go. It's just part of the process for me. And so we will see. So Turtle Diaries, let's see. She says, yes, Dee Dee, moving to 12.5 for me. It took 2 weeks for the fatigue, heavy suppression, and some constipation to subside. It'll get better. Okay, good. And you know what? One of the things is, though, I'm not as constipated on 12.5 as I have been on some of the other doses. So I don't know what it is. I don't know. I really can't pinpoint it to anything yet, but I haven't thought hard about it. I got introduced to this app, and I just need to download it and use it. And so it's a tracking app, and you track, all kinds of different things. And like I said, I'm not going to recommend it until I actually use it myself. But I'm going to download that. That's on my list of things to do, is to get that going. And then if it's something that really is helpful, I'll share it with you guys. But I want to be able to track what I'm doing, so that when something goes awry, I can always tweak it, and I'll know exactly where to pinpoint that tweaking. Bellflower, this is my weight loss twin. She says, so you're eating because you need to. Yes, 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 yes. But I do realize people take this medication and they say it stops me from eating. So I'm going to do that. And like I say, I just haven't really taken that approach because, first of all, I don't want my hair falling out. I don't want all those things that could go wrong when you're not getting enough nutrients. I just don't want that for myself. And there are some people who, like really cut back the carbs a whole lot. I haven't had to do that just yet. Now, if I need to, I will. But for me, I just, I want to do all things in moderation. And eating is one of those things that I want to do. I had to titrate back down to 2.5 after being on 5 milligrams for 3 weeks. You said you had horrible side effects and you couldn't eat without vomiting. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. So are you feeling better after the 2 point? Is it better? Has that helped, like going down that dose? Jeez Louise. Journey of life. I think that's what's scary. I think what's scary is thinking this man could disappear. Yes, at any moment. I hear people saying that it's not going anywhere, hopefully. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think maybe the access to it may change, right? I think that's what may change. I think the weight loss meds are here to stay. Unless something comes out that says they're causing all these, things that, are not what we wanted to cause. And I'm not even going to say names of what that could be because I don't want to put that out there. But unless something like that happens, I don't think they're going away. Access may be changing, like Caremark, CVS Caremark was covering Zepbound. Now that you have to switch to Wegovy. That's what I mean by access. The compounds, people had access to those. Now that's going to be scarce coming soon, so if not already. So I just think some of those things happening and going on is kind of inevitable with the access of it all. But what I'm hoping is when the newer medications come out, the retatrutide and all the other ones that are coming up here, I hope that opens up the price of Eli Lilly's, Zepbound and Mounjaro and Novo Nordics. I hope that opens up like the prices to plunge down. All right. I'm hoping like it's a fire sale and get your GLP-1s while you can. So we will see. We will see. We don't know. All right. Thanks for sharing that. Okay. Joe, Sleeping Slim Down Journeys in the house. She says, hi, beautiful people. I just love that little a pic you have. So cute. I think it's so sad other people have us users scared for losing a life-changing medication. It's just not right. I know. And you guys know, remember, I'm retiring. And so one of the scary things for me is, and I'll find out next month, by the end of next month, I'll know, hopefully. Now, they may say, well, we don't know depending on insurance you cover, but my retirement insurance, are GLP-1s covered? How much of it is covered? It could not be covered. So I may be one of those people that could be paying out of pocket. So that's like a huge increase. And my, also my income is decreasing. So, because when you retire, you don't get 100% of your pay. So all that's kind of scary. So, and for me, thank goodness, I've never been against using a compound. But of course, when I may need to use a compound, they probably won't be here. The story of my life. Everybody's taking advantage of something, and then when it's my turn, it's no longer available. So that's just funny. I want to say it's kind of funny how life works. Not that it's funny that if I needed compounds, I couldn't get them because that would be terrible. But so I don't see that happening. But yeah, I just think it's going to be changes. I'm also not opposed to taking a pill, but I would wait until I'm in maintenance to do that. So if I lost, I want to lose 65 more pounds, that's on my horizon. Right now, I need to get down to that 100 pounds. That's my goal. And, so we'll see. I see somebody said, stock up now, Dee Dee. Stock up. Yes. Of course. I've thought about that. So we shall see. She says, yes, because I would assume if your diabetes get better, insurance won't pay. If you are no longer obese, insurance may not pay either. So stay tuned. We need to think of life after the GLP-1. Yes. And so to me, that's why I'm hoping like these pills, because pills are always cheaper. When I was on Ribelsis, that's the Ozempic the Ozempic pill. It was Ozempic in a pill, right? That's just what they call it. And when I was on that, that was so much cheaper than what I'm even paying now. Because I mean, think about it. It's the pill. Really, you know, you're putting together that pill. You don't have the whole injector and pen and the whole pen scenario. You know, you don't even have the vial. You know, certain materials and all that that you need for the vials. Then you have the needle. You don't have any of that with the pill. So I'm thinking if I could get down to my maintenance goal and just maintain on that pill, and then I would need to do this by June of 2026. So we shall see. The good thing is, like I say with everything, having options is good, right? Having options. So I have a few options, but thank you for sharing that. Tangi says, I ended up taking a week off of Zepbound after eating. I would instantly feel full and vomit, even if it was just broth. Took a week off Zepbound to rebalance my electrolytes. Doc says to stay on 2.5 longer. Okay, very good, very good. You would instantly feel full and vomit. Gosh, so you had an immediate reaction to the medication. Wow, very good. Well, hopefully it gets better for you. I hope so. She said, stock up. Bellflower, once diabetic, always a diabetic. So it should be covered. But I've heard of people being forced to try other meds once their A1C goes down. Yeah, and you know, that's the argument I'm going to be prepared to come with, because we know there is no cure for diabetes, right? And so if I'm managing being a diabetic with my lifestyle changes, this medication is also going to be a tool. So that's the truth, right? I'm not even saying anything that I don't believe. I think that's the truth. So we shall see. This is going to be, a lot of us are going to have to be in there fighting these insurance companies and coming with data. So that's why it's so important to track. You know, I've done a couple live streams and videos talking about how you should appeal, you know, if you your doctor or your insurance company, I shouldn't say your doctor, your insurance company rejects, you know, switching medications or wanting to go on Zepbound, you know, instead of Wegovy and all of that. But I think the most important thing is they want you to come with data and facts, not to just say it helped me lose weight. Like, you got to have it all mapped out. And so one good thing is I have been keeping data, but I have it on paper, pencil. I want to feel like I'm in 2025. I need to step my game up and get it down digitally. That's one thing I don't have it. So like I said, I'm looking at this app and we'll see how this app works out. Lovely, isn't she lovely? What a cute name, cute pick. My A1C is normal, and my insurance said they will continue to cover me as long as the medication is controlling the diabetes. Okay, all right, very good. I love that. That's an insurance company I love. Very good, very good. All right, so what are you guys saying? And then we're gonna guess my weight. What do you think my weight is this week? At Mindy says, yes, Mindy, and that's my point, because the GLP-1s is more expensive. Thus, they will not pay with a normal A1C, even if once diagnosed as a diabetic. Okay, I could see that. I could totally see that. Wow, Tangi, Journey of Life says, I'm so sorry that happened, but is 2.5 working for you still? Or maybe if you're using vials, you could try the 3.5 milligrams and slowly move up to 5. How about that? And slowly move up to 5. Mia says, well, for us people with a lot to lose, it gets stressful thinking of life without the GLP-1. I've lost 120 pounds, but I have 130 more to lose. So I would say, I would offer you, Mia, and I'm in the same boat. So, you know, I feel the same way too. That is the potential for me not to have it. But you know what? Just because I'm retiring, right? And I just don't know what my insurance is going to look like. But I would say to you, don't focus on that, right? Unless you have a plan. If you're going to focus on something, focus on what you can control, right? So having a plan, if it goes away, what is your plan B? So have a plan B. Once you have your plan B, until you need to kick your plan B into effect, don't even sweat it. That's what I would do. I would not even sweat it. So in July, hopefully I'll have an answer as to if my retirement insurance will continue to cover this. If not, or whatever insurance I'm on, if not, I'm going to come up with a plan B. And once I come up with that plan B, guess what? I'm riding it out until the wheels fall off. I'm not going to stress out about it. I'm not going to worry about it because I can't control it. And I'm just going to pray that by 2026, there are some other options. And I'm hoping that the medication is a lot cheaper by that time. So, if I went the branded route, I could do the $4.99, I think it is a month. And maybe it'll even be cheaper than that by the time I'm thinking of that retatrutide. And if that comes out, and so many other things. And I think even I heard today, I was reading yesterday that retatrutide may be out sooner than we thought. So who knows? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if by the end of this year, it's coming out the beginning of the next year, which we thought it would be kind of into 2026. So all this is going to happen right around my retirement. It's like, geez, Louise, I feel like if I let it stress me out, I wouldn't be in such a good space. So I'm just going to, Mia, come up with a plan B. And then we're just going to be stress-free, right? We're just going to let the chips fall where they may. I'm not going to stop it. I'm paying you're having to pay private. So you're paying for the medication and you're not going to stop doing that. Okay, so you've made that a priority for yourself. You pay privately in the UK. When you say you pay privately, you mean out of pocket? Also, Mindy says, Mayor Mindy, I have to say that, Mayor Mindy. Mayor Mindy, are you on the Downsize cruise? I just thought about that. Are you on the cruise? What are you doing? Or you leave for that tomorrow? I'm so confused by it all. Because two of my buddies I think they're headed there, or they're there in Florida already. All right, so Mindy says also retail cost for Ribelsis is around $1,000. Super expensive considering it's just a pill, but the insurance charges you much cheaper. They charge you like pill price, like $7, $10, $3. Yeah, it's cheaper. But they, as opposed to if you're on insurance for Mounjaro, and I've heard people paying $10 for Mounjaro, but most people right here pay $25 for the through their insurance for Mounjaro, and some people Zepbound. So she says, but they have huge amounts of semaglutide in the pill to survive in the digestive tract. I'm telling you, that pill is powerful. I couldn't take it. I could not take it. Now I wonder how my body. Well, I'm not going to wonder that because I'm not going to know. Yes, a lovely. My doc has to be crafty. All insurances are not created equal. Okay. Thanks for sharing that. Jen says, I use a telehealth just to make sure my PA is filled out correctly. Don't trust the doctor's office. Okay, so you use a PA to make sure it's filled out correctly. I told people that, Jen, I said, don't just go with what the doctors say. You also have to do your own research, submit your own information. And I would want to see like what my doctor sent on my behalf. And I guarantee you, a lot of these doctors are not as thorough. Like I would add to it. Congratulations, lovely. All right, very good. Did I miss that? I hope I didn't. Mia, that's incredible. Mia has done fabulous. Did I miss that part? Mia, did I miss that? Wait a minute. Wait, Mia, where are you, girl? Let me find you. Jamisha, hello. Look at me, I'm missing stuff. The Turtle Diaries, I saw that. Okay, wait, Mia. Where did Mia go? I probably got off on a tangent. Okay, Mia, I'm finding you, Mia. Where is Mia? I think you said you lost 120 pounds. Jeez. Oh, okay. Is this it? Yes. I got so carried away. Okay, well, for us people with a lot to lose, it gets stressful. I got off on like why we sit and stress out. I've lost 120 pounds, but I have 130 pounds more to lose. All right, Mia, you got this in the bag. You got it. And I've lost, well, I won't say 70 plus pounds. We're going to figure that out in a second if what my weight loss is at. But I want to lose 70. I always say 70 more pounds. And, I have some more pounds to go before I get to that 100. Remember, I thought I was going to be at the 100 by my birthday. Well, that probably won't happen. But hope is not lost. All hope is not lost. I think I might get there. I definitely will get there by the end of the year for sure. Like by, Christmas time, that's going to be my Christmas gift to myself. So I just gave myself a lot more time. I gave myself grace. I don't want to stress out about it. And you know, you can reset and refocus. We always say that, right? And I'm going to get to that. Slow, what do you guys guys heard my new tagline? Slow does not mean never, right? So I'm going to get to that 100 pounds down. Mia, you're going to get to that 130 pounds down, and we're going to do it. We just got to stay positive. So let me give you some confetti, Miss Mia. Let's give her some confetti. Yay, go Mia. That is amazing. When people lose 10, 15, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 60, 70, that is amazing. I'm just impressed by it all. But for somebody who lost 100 plus pounds, I mean, we got to admit, that's just like a feat that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people, you know, can't get to it. And so the fact that you have stuck in there, and I know you haven't had it like, you know, go, you know, just in a straight line, right? Where you losing every week, you know, bam, bam, bam. You've had some bumps in the road, and the fact that you're still going, you got to give yourself credit for that, right? Because a lot of people give up in the first 3 months. They don't see the success they want, and they give up. And so you cannot do that. All right. So Mia says, my winter coat can fit 2 of me. By winter, I pray. Yes, 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 yes. We're bringing it into existence. Jazzy MDG, hello, hello. How are you? Mindy, Mayor Mindy. Oh my gosh, Mindy, you've lost over 100 pounds. 100. We'll take that 0.9. Yes, ma'am. Oh my goodness. Mindy, I am so proud of you. So happy for you. I think this is awesome, awesome, awesome. Very good, very good. Jeez, Louise. Oh my, and you can celebrate that on that cruise, Mindy. Oh my God. Nia, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Delilah. Hey everyone. Hope you're doing well. We have sketchy internet, but trying to catch up. Come on in, Delilah. Mindy, we are all so happy for you. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Mindy, Mindy, Mindy. We were waiting for you to get there. Beverly, how are you? She says, Mindy, I was unable to go. I'm jealous though, but have a good time, baby. No, but you know, we are going to have a meetup. You know, they appointed me head of the committee. I don't know if I should be ahead of it, but that's probably how I'll get there, right? You got to make me. I got to be planning it so I can be there. Geez, Louise. So I think myself and Bellflower, this is my weight loss twin. We've lost slow and steady together. And I hear we are the committee, but that's okay. I'm telling you, it's going to be fabulous. We're going to meet up next year because I didn't get to go on the downsize trip either, but I was promoting that trip because I think that's a great thing. I think anytime people could get together in community for a common cause and just celebrate ourselves, I think that's a great thing. So hopefully they're having a great time. Beverly, are you feeling better? Are you feeling better? I started to text you this morning and got behind schedule. Cat with the hat. I love it. She says, congratulations. Welcome to the chat. All right. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. Anybody that came in after we started, we want to say hello to you. I want you guys now to just do a prediction for this week. What do you think happened with my weight this week? Let me see. Where were I? I want to tell you the pounds I was at last week. Just might help you make your prediction. Remember, last week, I think I lost 1.4 pounds. So I did have a loss last week. And let me see. This week, you can guess where you think I'm at. I'm going to tell you my weight for last week. Last week, I was at 233.4. So where do you think I'm at this week? Just tell me, do you think I gained? Do you think I lost? What do you think the stat is? The stat is on my weight loss. What do you think? All right. Okay. Geez, Louise. Yes, I've been losing slow and steady. I'm really like, you know, I just had this video come out about being on what's a difference between having a plateau, being in a plateau, and being a slow responder. And I am truly a slow respond. I'm truly a slow I'm truly not a slow responder. I'm truly a slow and steady. So I'm not a slow responder. And it's because I have lost a pound a week. My average is still a pound a week. So anything 0.5 to, I think, 2 or 3 is considered in the normal range. So where do you guys think I am now? Okay, so last week I was at 233.4. Okay. What do you think? Okay, so let's see what people are saying. Mia says, yes, it's like a blessing from the people to hear Dee Dee say, geez, Louise, over you. Oh, that's so cool. Jeez Louise, my girl Mia is doing it. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. That made me smile. Okay, Bellflower says she's down again. Okay, you think I'm down? Okay, you think I lost 1.2 pounds, 0.2, 2.8. Oh, Joe, my friend, thinks I'm in there. Oh, Harjorie says she thinks I'm down again. I don't think you guys are losing slow. I think you're on the 0.5 to 2 suggested pounds a week. So yeah, yes, you're right about that. Okay, you think I lost. Yes, Dee Dee, she's feeling, okay, I'm gonna come back to that one. Bev, I lost for sure. 1.6 pounds down, lost 0.5. Okay, lost. They think I'm at 229 to 230. Kat says, okay, all right, very good. All right. Slim's in the making. I love that name. That name is so cool. Okay, you think I'm down. Okay, all right. Oh, Harjarine is guessing my actual weight. She says 230. Bev, my girl Bev says I'm down 1.3. You think I lost? Dee Dee, you lost 1.4. Yeah, that was last week. Dayana, oh my goodness, you changed that profile pic. How are you? How are you? And you said lost, of course. Okay, all right. I love the faith in me. Okay. All right, so let's see. Okay, so this week, I said 2.5 milligrams. My appetite is gone. My appetite gone. What about that? All right, so this is my weight for this week. Here we go. 232.4. I lost 1 solid pound. Woohoo! Dun, 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 dun. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Hey, I'm down 74 pounds. I'm just so excited. I will take it. I will take it. I will take it. And my non-scale victory, which I'm going to get to show off in the mall. I'm taking my daughter to the mall after this live. But my sandals, you know how you have your summer sandals? Well, some of my feet had gotten so chubby that I really couldn't fit into my sandals the way I needed to. So I'm fitting into those sandals. You know, of course, you know, your feet kind of get narrow. You lose weight in your feet too. So has anybody else besides me lost weight in their feet? I mean, geez, Louise, I'm like excited about that. So yes, I am down 74 pounds. It feels good. I'm telling you, it feels good to lose. And you know, not just to lose, but to just feel a lot better. So once I'm over that fatigue, it's on and popping. It is on and popping. I love that. I love that. Mel B's in the house. Yes, yes, yes. Mel, are you on? Thank you for the super chat. Yes, yes, yes. Mel B, what are you doing with the cruise? Where are you? Jeez Louise, where in the world is Mel to the B? All right, so we have to give Mel a proper thank you. Let me get this off the screen. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, Mel to the B. Thank you for the super chat. Here we are. Let me find my little. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So cool. I appreciate that. So you guys, I was thinking I was going to hold on to weight because my eating has not been up to par. And I've been exercising, doing this Pilates. I've been doing the strength training. You guys were with me on Tuesday. A lot of you. I did a pop-up on Tuesday and walked on my treadmill. I felt like I need to get a walk in there and I had the energy to do it. And so, yeah, I just thought, I don't know. I don't want my body to start holding on to fat. So I want to, just continue to keep my game up with that, So, yeah. Oh, geez, Louise. So, yeah, thank you so much. So what are you guys saying in the chat? And then Beverly, let's go to, we're going to go back to Beverly because Beverly, one of our own here, has been kind of down and out. And so I hope she's feeling much better. All right. So what are you guys saying? Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. So a lot of you were right with, I did lose. So that is so cool. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. She says, don't forget your confetti. Yeah, let me give myself some confetti. I'm going to give myself some confetti at the end. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Devin. Hey, Devin. How are you? How are you? All right. Thank you. So, guys, this is awesome. This is awesome. So, I am 74 pounds down, so I need to lose how much? 24 pounds. Mary, oh my goodness, how are you? You know how you see these names, you get so excited. I lost weight in a pair of shoes and had to send them back. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, Mary. That's a great non-skill victory. Delilah's asking about the cruise. I asked too. You got it. So Mindy, did she ever say, is she on the cruise right now, or does it leave on Monday? I might be confused about that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. People are saying hello to Mel. I'll be seeing Taisha and her husband shortly, and then they have a meet and greet. Okay, all right, very good. All right, all right. So you have to send me a pic of that, the little meet and greet, the picture. That's awesome. My poor, oh, your Birkenstocks don't fit anymore. Jeez, Louise. All right, 24 to Target. You got this, Dee Dee. Yeah, so I don't stress one of the things I love about myself. So, Harjreen says, yes, I'm wearing a 10 and a half instead of an 11. Well, let's see. Let's give her some confetti. That's all a non-skill victory that we just love. Look at that. That is a good feeling. I know that feeling when your shoes can fit now, and not be so, because a lot of times the length is fine. It's just the width for us, right? That kind of gets us. So, geez, Louise. All right. So, I want to say, I like to set goals for myself. I'm one of those people that if I don't reach the goal, I don't really beat myself up. If I was one of those people that beat myself up when I don't reach a goal, I wouldn't set it. Now, what I would beat myself up with is if I weighed in every day. So that's why I kind of don't. But it was one point, I need to make a video about this, because there was one point where I was doing it. I was weighing in every day. And when I tell you that scale fluctuated more than the weather in Ohio, it's ridiculous, right? So I was like, this is not, that getting on that scale every day is not for the weak at heart. So if you can do that and use it to help you, kind of go on with your day and structure your day and, scale back your eating or kick it up a notch, I give you a lot of, praise for that. I'm not a weigh on the scale every day girl. It just would not work for me. Mm-mm. So I couldn't do that. So yeah, so my goal is, I was like, okay, I won't get to the 100 by my birthday. Now, if I gave up every single carb and did keto and added some more cardio in there, I could probably lose 24 pounds by my birthday, mid-July, right? I could do it. I really could do it if I fasted and added some fasting in there, OMAD type thing. But I'm not really in this to do the fad stuff, right? And right now I don't have the need to go fast. Like some people were telling me in my slow and steady video, somebody said in the comments, they wanted to just lose as much weight as they can fast. Like that, that was their goal. And then the reality of what happens to this medication kicks in, and it may not work like that for you, right? So, and this person had to slow their road down because the medication didn't work like that for them, where they just lost fast and then they could keep it moving. So they had to come up with a different strategy. So for me, I don't have to lose so fast. Like it's, the access to the medication right now is not a problem for me. So I think for myself, I see my doctor again. I go to DEXA scan again. When do I go to DEXA scan? Let me see. I go to DEXA scan in August. That's my second follow-up. I do that in August. So when I go to that DEXA scan, let's see. When is that? I'm trying to see if I wrote it in my calendar. Did I? No. Okay. Did I? I might have and just don't know. I want to say, I remember making it close to school started back. Oh yeah, I go back to DEXA scan the first week in August. Jeez Louise. I just saw it in my calendar. So when I go back to that DEXA scan, I don't really care about the weight. Actually, the DEXA scan, if you remember my DEXA scan had me 7 pounds lighter than my actual weight that I'm weighing in on my scale. And they told me to just stick with my scale. It's my benchmark. So that gives me comfort too. Like I'm really probably smaller than what I'm reporting out, which is a good thing, right? So I go back to DEXA scan. So I think by the time I go back to my doctor, it's in September. I'm going to set my goal to be between 85 and 90 pounds down, because I kind of need like a goal to kind of reach. So that's going to be my goal. And, for myself, I don't think I'm going to say that out loud too many times. That's just like a personal goal I have for myself, because I'm one of those people, I see a goal and, I try to reach it. And so that's going to be helpful for me. But do I want to be pressured into doing that? No, I don't. But like that's just a personal goal that I have. So I just think, I'm on the right track. I'm definitely one of those turtles. You could either be, I feel like you could be a cheetah, which is, those hyper responders, which I applaud them, because they could just, they do it. They knock off that weight. They're doing all those things. And they're doing it right. Even like the side effects, they feel those side effects. They kick in, they're manageable, and they can just, do this medication. Some people could stay on 2.5 and lose 100 plus pounds on it. Like some people could just, are just hyper, responders to the medication for whatever reason. I do feel like you got your cheetahs out there. And then I feel like you got your bunnies, right? They're just hopping along at that pace, hopping along, losing that weight. I'm not a bunny. I guess if I was something, I think I would want to be a bunny, right? Bunnies are happy, hopping along, eating those veggies, taking care of business, right? And then I think you could be a turtle, and you're just turtle. Like I got that turtle swag going on. I'm just going along, doing along. Like I got that shell up, like getting the haters off of me. While I'm doing my thing. And then I think you could be a sloth, and those people go super slow, right? And those people are, they are slow responders, which I talk about in my latest video. They just, for whatever reason, their body is taking a longer time to get adjusted to these meds. But there is good news. So if you didn't watch that video and you need hope, you're a slow responder, or you've ever hit a plateau, you got to watch that video. It gives you hope. And it's not just because I'm saying have hope. I'm giving you facts and data on why there is promise if you hang in there. So I just think that's so cool. I think I think it's hard. I think, being on any weight loss journey is hard. But when people say don't compare yourself, and yeah, that's easy to say. But when you're seeing people around you doing the same thing, and it's hard not to compare. And I think naturally you compare, right? I don't think that's like a bad quality. I think we all kind of do it, right? But I think some of us let it get to us, and some of us don't. So that's why we got to get to that point where we're not letting it get to us. And I think, we're all headed in the same direction. One of the things that helped me, and I hope you guys are doing that, but track what you're doing, because if you track even with your weight, and use one of those line graphs, and you will see, like on my, I can show you right now on my app where I'm tracking my weight, that line is going down. And my doctor said, as long as that line is going down, girl, you are doing it, right? You're doing it. It's going down. It might be going down slowly over time, but it's going down. And I think you have to focus on that, and not how much is going down each week, but the fact that line, that trend line, is still going down. So if you know anything about statistics, numbers, data, we look for what things are doing. The A1C, right? We're looking for what that's doing over time. And we want those, you might have like some little bumps in the road, but you just don't want like the big zigzag, like the roller coaster weight loss, right? You just kind of want that slow and steady. And if you have the fast and furious, we'll take that too. But you just want to have a loss, is my point. So that's what we want to focus on, that. And and I'm not big on like doing diets and all that. I'm dieted out at this point. I just want to eat everything in moderation. That's my goal. I'm not cutting out food groups. I'm not cutting out anything. I did want to give a shout out to Miss Linda, because Miss Linda, Miss Linda says, I have lost weight in your feet, 9.5 to an 8.5 shoe. Ms. Linda is a content creator, And Miss Linda, she's been making these cool drinks. Like, and I have, whenever I go back to the grocery store, I'm gonna get some of the ingredients and make one of her drinks. And I might have some stuff actually right now. But Miss Linda, Linda's Journey, she's making those cool drinks on her channel. They're so refreshing. So if you're somebody who likes a good mocktail like me, I love a good mocktail. I'm not an alcohol person, and it's too hot for me anyway now to be drinking alcohol. But if you like a good mocktail, go to her channel. I'm going to put it up again and just kind of let her know. If you're a content creator, drop your channel, drop a mic in the chat, and then we'll put your your name up. We'll put your name up so people, if they want to go and check you out and see if they want to subscribe, they can. So let's drop the mic. Let's drop the mic. Okay, so what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? Did I miss anybody else? I saw that. I want to go back to my girl Bev. I asked her how she was doing. Let's see. Where did you say that at, Bev? I'm thinking you're feeling better because you didn't text me and say different, and you're in the chat. So I think that you're doing okay. Let's see. I probably missed it. I'm sorry, Bev. This thing scrolls down. This is kind of like not as manageable. Well, my schedule, she says, hi, Dee Dee and fam. I'm back. When my schedule kind of lightens up here, I've been on the go, go, go. I'm going to be calling StreamYard. I just need to do that. Bev says, okay, I missed that, Bev. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, here it is. Yes, Dee Dee, feeling much better. Took me a while to get that pain medicine out of my system. It rocks my world. I cannot take strong medication. Okay, all right, very good. All right, so I'm glad you're feeling better. I am glad you're feeling better. Just being here is a good sign. Delilah says, glad you're better. I'm wondering if there's something in the air. 5 people I know have been in pain this week, including me and you. Okay, including me. I don't know about that other part. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, yes, that's a brilliant non-scale victory. Yes, the shoes, isn't it? It's awesome, awesome, awesome. Delilah says, my socks don't fit anymore, and they are way too big. Jeez, Louise, and we read about Mary. Let's see. Oh, your Birkenstocks, Jen. All right, yes, please do that. Please hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. YouTube has been doing a good job of pushing out my live streams, so I appreciate that, but hitting that like button is helpful. Let's see, what are you guys saying? Yes, LM Davis. I am happy to be wearing some rings that have been too tight. Yes, and that was my non-scale victory last week, that my ring, and I have it on now, that my ring can just go around. It's loose. It's super loose. And so I can tell when I'm not holding on to a lot of water because it loosens up even more. Hi, Tangi, or at Tangi, I've taken 2 of mine off until I get them resized. Yes, because you don't want to lose them. That's for sure. I can't wait to get my rings back on. Okay, very good, very good. So you too. So that's a good sign. That's a great non-scale victory. See, the scale is not going to show that. I had to have my wedding rings cut off my finger, shaking my head. Oh no. Were you able to repair them though so that you could wear them again? Geez, Louise, that sounds kind of painful. I go to DEXA on June 28th. You got the monthly plan. Oh my goodness. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, we're gonna give you some confetti for that. And all the people who had those shoe victories. I love that too. So let's give her some confetti. All right, all right, all right. I love it, love it, love it. You got that DEXA scan, so you're committed. I love that. So is it for a certain amount of time, Harjarine, or is it just, however much a month until you stop it? I wonder. I love that. Let's see. Let me see. Did I miss something? Okay, it leaves Monday, Mill said. Okay, very good. Okay, I saw that Harjarine. Harjarine got big feet like me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mel. Your wedding ring doesn't fit anymore, Tangi. No, ma'am. Okay, you gotta get that baby resized. But don't you hate to get it resized and then and you're planning on losing some more, so you might have to get it resized again. Jeez, Louise. Um, then Joe said, I just remembered to like this video. Thank you. So you kind of do keto, more like the old Atkins, protein, fats, and fiber. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. See, I'm just kind of like eat all things in moderation. You know, I just did the pescatarian, though. That was more for religious and Lent reasoning behind that, giving up something that I really, depend so much on. Bellflower loves the keto elements. I just don't lock into it. Great meals. I eat low carb overall, but still eat carbs, just not in excess. Yes. Yeah. I can't think of an animal I can relate my weight loss journey to, but it's definitely been a roller coaster with the ups and the downs. All right, very good. So a roller coaster works fine for you. I love that. I love that. That yours might be more like a kangaroo. Right? Because that's what a kangaroo reminds me. They're like hopping along and then they got a big jump and then they're back down. I don't know. All right, very good. Z, you could be a lemur, like the king of Madagascar. He was definitely up and down. I love that. I love that. Very good. All right, Joe, drop that mic. Joe's Sleep and Slim Down Journey. Love it, love it, love it. Delilah says, I am not cutting things out just for the weight loss. For me, it's about BS control. That's my main driver. Blood sugar control. That's my main driver through all of this. I'm a firm believer we need to do what we need to do for our own health. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Mary, you started a channel. You said it's very short. What do you mean by it's very short? You mean you have like very few videos? Well, that's okay because we're gonna go check you out. Now, is your channel called Mary Cobb? Is it? You have to let us know the name of it. Let's see. Joe is sending positive vibes and good energy to Delilah. Mel is saying, thank you all for the bon voyages. Okay, so you're including Beverly and your 5 people. Delilah is thanking you guys about, she said the headaches are finally gone. All right, very good. Okay, until you stop it, Harjarine. Very good. I love that. All right, so Linda said, or Beverly says, my favorite ring because it fell off my finger and I didn't realize it weight loss. It was related to weight loss. I was mad. I bought that ring in Mexico 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, I can believe it. Jeez, Louise. So I'm sorry, Bev. Linda said, sad story, Dee Dee. When the rings were cut off my fingers, we accidentally threw them away. They were wrapped in a napkin. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Jeez, Louise, that is pretty sad. Oh man. Jewelry is hard to replace, especially if it's sentimental. That's a bummer. I'm sorry. Gen F, keto is basically a diabetic friendly diet, although like everything else can indeed have people go crazy, strict, and do unhealthy things. Yes, I would say so. Plus, you're cutting things out. I know they were so beautiful. So Mary's channel, she says, is Mary Cobb. And then Harjarine is also a content creator. I know that. If anybody else is that I'm not saying, you have to tell me. Delilah is thanking, Mary is thanking, Delilah is telling Mary, congratulations on your channel. And Delilah is also a content creator. All right, very good, very good. So you guys have celebrated me and what I've done this week. Let's celebrate you. Some of you have put things in the chat already. Is there anyone celebrating anything? If you're celebrating something, let me know. I'm going to put it in the chat. And yeah, let's celebrate you. First of all, let's give Mary some confetti for starting a new channel. I mean, to tell her story. I love that. Dun, 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 dun. Go, Mary. Now, one of the things I want to say to you guys, I'm not very good. I tell you guys that I'm not very good at advertising stuff. But if you guys want to, and I know Mary's on my list of people to interview too. She says, Journey, I'm very much the same. Simple carbs will stop me from going down. Complex carbs will still allow me to continue downward if I keep them in moderation. Yes, yes, yes. In moderation is key. So I want to tell you guys, Mary, we have to get together. I don't really tell people who I'm interviewing. I like it to be a surprise. So if you're scheduled to interview with me, don't tell. I like it to be a surprise. I have a good one coming up this week. You guys will see as I think I'm going to have that interview come out maybe on Thursday. But I do, I love to interview people. And the reason why I have so many content creators is because they're the only ones that are coming on to do it. Now, I have been trying to find people that have lost 100 plus pounds. So if you know somebody who's lost 100 plus pounds that want to come on and tell their story, I would love that. That's what I started out doing when I started my interviews, because my friends and family were like, yeah, is this medication gonna hurt you, harm you? What is it gonna do in the long term? And I found most people that have lost over 100 pounds have taken it over a year, right? They've taken it over a year's time. And so I wanted to interview those people. So I've interviewed Mindy in here. I think Mindy's the only one that's actually in here. But so if you are interested in an interview, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up, a link that you could just click on the link, because maybe you don't want to say in here, like, yeah, I want to do an interview, but you think about it. So I'm going to get that link together. That's on my list of things to do. So if you want to, interview with me, and that is great. If you want to interview with me, that is great. And then some people I see that just look interesting, I might contact you and say, hey, you want to do an interview, with me? So yeah, it's not like I'm picking out special people. Anybody who wants to come on and tell their GLP-1 story, I think everybody's journey is special. And I think everybody is unique, but nobody has said, yay, interview me. So but I'm going to put the link out there, because maybe that's less, of a stressor, right? To have that link out there. And then if you just feel like you want to interview one day, you can click on that. So I think I'm going to do that. I've had access to do that. I just haven't done it. I'm like super busy. It's funny. One of my friends used to always say, it's a guy, he's like, you're busier than President Obama. Well, he's not president anymore. So so that was a running joke. I always keep myself up with things to do, right? I'm always having stuff to do. And so I just need to kind of like slow down here. And once I can slow down and get myself organized with what I'm doing, one of the things I do have coming up here too is I'm going to be talking about is, I told you how I wanted to fit that, what I know about the stock market and stocks. And one of the reasons I'm able to retire at 53 and not feel stressed out about it is I've had some supplemental things that I've been doing. And I can't even touch it to retirement. So, it's like, I have things set up where I'm just not able to touch a lot of it until I retire or need to tap into it. And hopefully not until I'm like in my 60s, but it's because of my, what I know about the stock market and trading stocks. And not even just trading, because I really want to be a day trader. It's my ultimate goal. One of these days, for at least a week, I want to be a day trader. And I'll hopefully be able to do that one of these days. But I want to tell you some basic things about what I know, and hopefully you can take it. And then, and I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do with that. So that's going to be my area of focus, trying to figure out how I'm going to share all that. When I was trying to do it on these lives and I didn't really get a lot into it, YouTube doesn't really put that out because I'm not a financial channel, right? I'm my niche is weight loss. So I'm still trying to think of a clever way to get that in there. I thought it could be through my memberships, but I don't think that that's the best way to do it either. So when I figure that out, I'm going to let you guys know. And then we'll do some things with that, right? Because I do believe, once you heal it's your mind, your body, your spirit. But I do think health is wealth and wealth is health, right? They go hand in hand. And unfortunately, which we've learned, and I knew this before, you guys probably did too, in order to have great health, you have to have some wealth, right? I mean, you just do. The people who could just don't have to worry, like, Mia and possibly me about these, medications, not having access to them because they can afford to buy them. They don't care what price they are. So wouldn't we love to be in that situation? And I think wealth is kind of like weight loss in that it's not, if somebody sells you like a fast track, it's probably like a dead end, right? So this is not a fast track. This is just what you could do, what I'm going to be talking about, what you could do over time, right? And we all have time. Like, I'm retiring now. If I were to start investing now at 52, at 62, in 10 more years, I could double whatever money I'm going to put in there. So that's the kind of thinking I'm talking about long term. Now, if you want some fast investment, I could talk about that too, but you got to have a lot of money to risk and burn. And I know a lot of people don't have. So we're going to start off slow and steady with this whole financial piece. And then once I retire, I talked about starting that retirement channel. You guys see how busy I am here on YouTube. I could just never fit it in. I'm not a fast crank out a video person. It's so funny because if somebody thinks I'm like, using a topic or something they said, and my video comes out, well, my video was probably made 3 weeks ago. I just didn't get it out that fast. So that's why I said, instead of saying like how many pounds I lost, I'm just going to have to round it off because, I'm just not good at cranking out fast videos. That's just not my thing. And so yeah, so I'm trying to work on that. So I got a lot of things going on behind the scenes, but all for the greater good of the GLP-1 community. One of the things that we talked about doing is having a meetup, and I just kind of talked about it and laughed about it. But once I lock into that, we're going to be really planning that. So, and we want it to be like a fun place. Like, if I want to be involved, I want it to be fun time. Because I say that because I'm not very social. I probably seem like a social person, but if something's going to get me out, it has to be fun or something I want to do. And sometimes that's just hanging out with people. I don't have to be like, swinging from chandelier to chandelier. The chandelier swinging can probably hold me now. But you see what I'm saying, though? I just want to have fun and just mingle. And, wherever I go, we got to have good food, good drinks, good music, and fun time. So we're going to be planning that for into the next year. So we can and that doesn't have to be about me either. But, I'm going to be celebrating all things retirement. So I'm ready to take on whatever retirement challenge that I have going on. And I'm just looking forward to it. Like, the future is bright. I hope you guys are feeling like that too. The future is bright. Well, Darian, I saw you coming here. You said, I know you're going to be the best YouTube meetup committee chair. Yes, but I'm an inclusive person. So I want everybody to participate. We have to, we're going to make it fun. We're going to do something. And I have some other ideas cooked up in my head, before that. But yeah. So just stay tuned. Like, my wheels are turning. So if you guys don't have anything to celebrate, I'm taking my daughter to the mall. It closes at 6. I think the mall here is Sunday, right? Yeah. The mall closes at 6. I told my daughter I was taking her to the mall. She's going to build a bear. She's going to build that bear. She's going to build a bear. She's so excited about it. It's hot, and it's in the 90s. We're having a heat wave next week. And so I might sweat off 1 pound just being outside. I might can get off another pound. To my friends Mindy and Simply Taisha and Mail to the Bee that I know that's on this cruise, safe travels. I love you guys. Stay safe. I'm going to be saying some cruise prayers for you guys. I think you're going to have a ball. Mail to the Bee, call me, girl, call me. I think you're going to have a ball. I just love that. Any of the content creators, like I said, go check out their channels. I just love like the community of it all. The whole community of it all. I love that. I love the way we celebrate each other. I always say we show up and show out for each other. Thank you for sharing your non-scale victories. It doesn't have to be about the weight. It does not at all. You said we are shy, Didi. Are you shy, Mel? Not Mel. Are you shy, Beverly? You don't seem shy to me. But I believe you because people wouldn't think I'm shy, but I kind of am shy. I am. I'm not like, I'm not the loudest person in the room at all. But yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm excited though. I'm excited to do a meetup and just meet everybody. And and yeah, so that's it. I'm down a pound. I'm feeling good. This 12.5 is no joke. It's, it's doing its thing. I am, exercising, getting that exercise movement in. And I have a busy week planned, ahead. So I'm wishing you guys the best, week ever. We're going into the end of June. Can you believe that already? It's the end of June. And I will see you on Wednesday. I don't know if Taisha's going live on Monday. I would think that she is. I think she said she was. So maybe I'll see you guys there on Monday. And have a great, happy Sunday. Rest of is this start a new week or in the week? I think this is the start of a new week. Is it? I don't know. But anyway, that's the start of mine. So I will see you guys on Wednesday, and watch out for my interview I have. My goal is to, now that I said it out loud, I got to get it out on Thursday. You guys are going to love this collab. It is amazing. So I'm excited. I'm excited. That's actually what I was doing before this. I was, I was busy, with that interview. So, and I have some more interviews coming up. I'm just excited for all things going on, on the channel, and just continuing to be motivated by you guys. And hopefully I'm inspiring, somebody, because you guys are definitely inspiring me. So have a great week. Love you all. Stay safe out there. And if you're in a heat wave, stay cool. Peace. Bye.
Downsizing.